Dead End Hip Hop album review, MAVI, Shadowbox. As you can see, we are -1 today. Shout out BZ430. Wasn't able to make it, but the rest of the crew is here. So we're going to get right into it, man. How do y'all feel about Malaya's feature? What do you grade it?
I thought it was solid. I thought it was fitting to the song. She almost sounded like part of the music, like just part of the production. That's how like smooth it was. She was on it. It wasn't overpowering. It almost didn't even sound like I said, it just sounded like it was a part of the beat or something.
Yeah. I thought she was dope. So I'll give her a B+.
What's your grade, Rod?
I just give her A. Thought she was fine. I thought she was, yeah.
I'm at a B+ as well. How do y'all feel about the production on this?
I thought the production was really good. So I'm sitting at a B+ on the production. I'm
sitting at a B+ as well. I think this is MAVI's probably most cohesive album production wise. Just kind of, I think he did really good on production on this one.
I'm at a B+ as well. I felt it was very well constructed. I've never listened to a MAVI project. This is my intro to a full MAVI project. But I liked it. I felt like he really picked production that made sense to what he was doing. What about the rapping on here?
For me, his rapping is so we go on lyrics and flow, like because I always put flow because what we do on Dead End is the flow and the lyrics. Flow, I had a B+. Lyrics, I had an A-. So I guess that puts me like right at an A. As far as rapping for me, just feel like he's very poetic. Delivery is always on point. Flow is on point. Like he's my type of rapper. Like this is
For me, I'm gonna skip you real quick, K. I got a little something to say. The rapping is an A, almost an A+ for me, and the reason is why is I say this. He raps like he's the teacher's pet, bro. It's like the teacher gave out an assignment and everybody did well, but then here comes this guy, and it's like, what? How did you go here? Like, how did you? Like, why did? Creatively, like you're just not even on the same plane as a lot of rappers in the game right now. And what he was doing, and I'll get into it more so in the review, but the rap is an A, 100%. What about you?
He's really smart. He went to Howard. He dropped out, but he went to Howard.
I'm at an A on rapping. Yeah, he was sharp.
That's what's up. Yeah. Overall, for me, this is a B+ project. What about y'all?
Overall, I think I'm at a B+. Yeah.
Overall, I'm slightly higher than y'all at an A-.
That's what's up. I feel that. That's not a bad grade. I think we're all in the same wheelhouse. Now, man, this dude, like the first time I put it on, I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, this is a different type of dude. Like I had to stop doing what I was doing. Let me focus on what he's doing, bro. And one of the things that I like that he does, I always say, all the artists that I always dive into is he peels back layers, man. Like this dude is honest and authentic, and it comes through in a very creative way. But it's a creativity that it requires your attention. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't. Yeah, you could put them in the background, and because the musicality of this is really good, where you could just vibe to it. But if you really want the full experience, you got to pay attention because this dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's on a whole nother level, bro. I'm so, and then you know what, man? Like the damn album cover versus this, like what I heard, I'm like, okay, that's not what I expected at all, bro. Like this, MAVI's dope. I'm surprised. Like, have y'all mentioned him or had him in y'all top before?
I didn't realize Ken was on him, but I'm glad you rocking with him though, man. Because I listen to artists like Kai Solo, I still listen to the Earls of the world. I still listen to all of Mike, and I know Mike was in Ken's top 5 or top 10 a couple times, and that's what he's like. He's in that whole wheelhouse of artists, real poetic, real artistic, like, yeah, man, and he's smart. You could tell in his lyrics, and like you said, I really like how you pointed out how he's honest. When he says, like, I said I wasn't gonna cry no more, but I did. I said I wouldn't do this no more, but I did. Like, it's just like he's always just really honest, and I feel like he's really honed in on it in this particular project. He's had other projects. I didn't like the whole project. I just like songs from them. But this one, man, he really, I guess, have taken in criticism or whatever and really just made a very, very solid project. I think this is his best project.
That was going to be my next question, because the way you was talking, I'm like, okay, it sounds like he grew to get to this point. Like, this wasn't always a finished product for him.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's always had this in him. You know how Mike always say, everybody got a, classic in him. I'm not gonna say it's a classic or anything. I'm just saying, but you can tell that he really fine-tuned what he was doing before to create this project. It's a lot more focused, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a lot more focused than the other projects. And it's funny you talking about the album covers. I haven't always been a fan of his album covers either. So yeah, even the album cover is different. It's more of like actually him versus like cartoonish or like a painting or something like that. So yeah, I thought that was interesting too for him. Even that's different.
I want to say the Dead End Hip Hop subreddit are the ones that put me onto him. I think they were in there talking about him when we were doing the first iteration of DE365. And for a second, people, I thought we actually reviewed one of his projects, but I think it may have been Mike or somebody else. And not Mike Seatown, but the rapper.
The rapper.
Yeah, so, and I remember when he dropped Laughing So Hard It Hurts, I got around to listen to that. I thought it was good. Let the Sun Talk was the one he dropped in 2019. And I think that's the first one that I listened to. But this one, like I said, is sharper. Like when we were talking about the rapping, I didn't want to give him an A. And I was trying to justify like B+, but I couldn't, man, because it's there. And I think the thing that stood out for me really was like his flow on a couple of songs on here that really stood out to me. And like I love what he did on I Did, but that Drunk Prayer, I think Grindstone, like he was rapping different on here. It felt like, and what was dope was like it was a good mixture of the poetry that he does with rapping as well, and really thought-provoking content and lyricism, man. Like he was definitely on it, man, and the production just blended in so well with it also. And just that like right when it hit Latch, there's a nice little run it goes on.
And Latch is good too,
man.
But hold on. We'll get back to Latch. I want to stay right here, Ken, where you mentioned Drunk Prayer, and you also mentioned the production and how it feels like it's all one and the same. For me, music is always about a feeling. How does it make me feel? And sometimes the disconnection between album cover, the sound, the production, the rapping, and everything is like, he layered Drunk Prayer so perfectly. Like the hook makes you really feel like you're drowning in a bottle of water or a bottle of liquor or something, right? And then the way that he sounds, like he's conveying I need help with his tonality. And not a lot of rappers know how to convey feeling, emotion through solely tonality. Forget the lyrics. This is how I'm making you feel through how I'm sounding. Like this dude, that's why I had to give it an A, Ken. Damn near A+. Damn near. It was just, I've never heard of this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wait, hold on. So this is my intro. So I'm like, I can't do an A+, but it's definitely an A. I don't feel like I could have rated rapping any lower.
I'm glad y'all saying that, because I thought I was tripping. I was trying to do the same thing, Ken. I was like, damn, man, I don't want to just hand out A's, but I think it's an A.
You can't just be handing out A's just cause, but it's just, but it's undeniable. Like the Sky Is Quiet, the way he was rapping on that shit, bro. Oh man, like nah, it's there, man, and I'm with you, Rod. I do believe this is his best work. I think this is his third album overall. But you can hear the growth. You can hear him sharpening his skills and everything like that. And he's here, man. And more people need to be talking about it if they're not. and I'm glad we got a chance to get around to reviewing it because, I mean, this guy got it, bro. Like he got it.
Modest, you mentioned the song Latch. What is it about Latch that does it for you?
I don't know. It just felt different when it hit. I can't remember exactly what it was, but every time I play this album, once Latch hits, I'm like, oh man, I know Ken said it's a really nice run into that point, but it's something about that particular point where it just kind of switches a little bit. And because I like when he finally brought in like a drum type of beat when you go down a little further with Too Much to Zell. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that has some more drums to it, and you hear him how he raps on drums, and I was just like, man, this dude, he's killing it right now. I was really waiting on it to like kind of fall off at some point, but it never did. Because like I said, the other albums, I could skip around just a little bit on those, but this one I don't, and I feel like it's very thematic too, like with the whole, because it starts out with 20,000 Leagues, so that's already going to like this whole water theme, and then he goes into open waters. And then, like y'all said, on drowning the snake, and then like how he was on Drunken, where he's drowning in the liquor. Like, yeah, man, it's like he really honed in on something here. Really did, man. Real quick, Latch. I just heard like a snippet of it. I remember what it was. It sounded lighter. It was a moment where it sounded lighter than what was before. So at that point, it was like it felt happier than what it was feeling at first. So yeah, that's why Latch I think hit so hard when it come on. Yeah, and then that sample in that was beautiful, man. Oh man, like the sample was so good, and the flow was so good on Latch. Oh my god, yeah.
So outside of this particular project, what's another one that you would recommend somebody like me, where I've never heard of MAVI? This is obviously my intro point. What is something else that I should check out?
Yeah. I was still going to listen to the other projects. Just don't go into the other projects thinking you're going to get this.
Expecting this.
Yeah, you're not going to get this. You're going to get some stuff like this, but you're going to also hear some other things. You're going to be able to see his range, how he is, but it's not as cohesive as this. This is very cohesive. Even though he did different flows, different melodies and themes in this, it still has some sort of cohesion to it. Like it just fits. Everything fits. It's not like that on the other projects. He kind of goes here. He shows you that he can do like a lot of different things. So I wouldn't want you to just veer away from that, just because I think this one is his best one, because you might like something else that he did on the other ones. You feel what I'm saying?
Where can MAVI go? If this is the pinnacle, right? And I it's not like I have people beating down my inbox or my DMs to review this. Do you think, like, how much growth does he have? Like, do you think he can, kind of touch the levels of JID, in terms of notoriety and, career advancement?
I think it's possible. I think he's a little more poetic than JID. JID is kind of like a rapidy rap guy, showcasing that, whereas this dude is really taking time to convey a thought versus feeling, like, because you mentioned feeling earlier too. I think that's the type of music he makes. He makes music that you would want to read or whatever. I think he says that on other albums that, like, I make music that you want to read. Like JID makes music that you bounce to, like, oh snap, you heard what he did on that. I don't think they're the same type of rapper, but I think what would help MAVI like elevate a little bit more is probably getting that like a one producer type of project. Alchemist, we always say, Conductor, or somebody like that, somebody that can really bring out that soul and just bring out like a theme, even more so than he did on this. I think a one producer person could do that for him and put more eyes on him.
Yeah, I'm thinking, a couple of names went through my head. I thought Kai, I thought Quelly Chris.
Yep.
Definitely could have reached Earl Sweatshirt's level, when that sort of thing was kind of cooler. But I think I do like Rod's suggestion about, like, you give it somebody like Alchemist, you can hit Boldy James status, where you just putting out stuff and you're able to sustain and do what you do and have a career at it. But yeah, so I think he could definitely get to that level to where he's more widely recognized and known for his work.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think the first person I thought of when I heard him was Quelly Chris. Like, that's in the vein of what he does. I do agree, Modest, as you was talking, because the song that you talked about, Latch, that felt Alchemist-like. You know what I'm saying? So when you said Alchemist, like a one producer project, I definitely could hear Alchemist doing, wonderful things. And, it's just, to me, the reason why I pose the question is somebody that's as dope as him doesn't always get the notoriety, right? Like they don't always get the spotlight. But I feel like this is the type of hip hop that should be getting the most spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to throw out there, what can somebody do, or what do you think needs to be done? All that being said, obviously it's high replay value for the both of y'all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I was listening to it before we even agreed to review it. I was telling Ken when he was saying, y'all were going to review the other stuff. I was like, oh man, y'all should throw MAVI in there too. Like I said, you could play it either way. You could play it as a background situation, or you can play it just really honed in on what he's saying. Like, not all artists can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. So very high replay value for me too. Highly recommendable. Especially, I would recommend it to younger kids that I know that are like not necessarily nerdy. I don't want to use that adjective, but kids that are just a little bit more deeper than surface level. There's a whole bunch of kids out there that are like that, and I would definitely recommend this to them, and I would recommend this to any adult person that is either disenfranchised with hip hop or a hip hop head. I feel like if you loved hip hop once upon a time in your life, and you feel like hip hop is all the same, this is the perfect album to recommend, to be like, oh, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or somebody that's already entrenched like we are into hip hop, like this is just another dude that's like, yo, catapult to the top of the list. I see MAVI now, dog. I'm boom boom. Like I need this.
Up.
You know what I'm saying? I need this in my life. So yeah, MAVI's super dope. Super dope.
He's there, bro. Like I think he's the type of artist that I want to do well. And if I know what you like to listen to, then yeah, this is a guy, because I think his career is just getting started, if he sticks with it. So and that's why I'm glad we're doing it. That's what we're here for, is to augment and amplify that reach a little bit more when we come across guys that are dope like this. So yeah, definitely highly recommendable, for me.
Yeah, same, bro. Like, yeah, I've been I thought I brought him up in rotation before, but it's possible that I didn't. I think I might have just threw his name out there real quick. But yeah, but definitely after this project, I'm definitely recommending him to people. Like, yo, yeah, you gotta pay attention to this guy right here, for real.
Yeah,
for real. The music alone is attractive, right? I mean, it sounds good. Like the instrumentals sound good.
Everything.
They just do.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Rod, it was something that you said, how he used the feature. It felt like it was part of the production. I think this is one thing that intrigues me most about any artist that produces a project to this level is you didn't get a beat pack from a producer. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you worked hand in hand on the intricate details of everything. And again, if you appreciate music, you can tell that right away from this thing. Right. Everything was thought out. It wasn't just, oh yeah, this is gonna sound hard, boom, let me just put this, let me just say that. Nah, bro, like this was handcrafted. I always talk about cars. When you buy like one of these super expensive cars, they put the name of the person that built the engine on that joint. That's how this feels. That's how this feels. This is, who created this. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with y'all. So y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. We'll catch you guys another day. The conversation after the conversation is in the comment section. So let us know how you feel about MAVI. Have you ever heard him? Is this your first go round? Let us know. We out. Peace.
Peace.